Morning. I dropped David off and I'm on my way to the gym. So today is the day that the school starts giving parking tickets, and I could not register my car because I could not register my plates because I lost the title, the original title to the car, and I can't find it. No one in my house could find it. We all searched. It's so frustrating. So Cars to You, awesome guy, called the auctioneer because only the last registered owner can request the lost title. So I can't take care of it myself. It's just so frustrating. I'm mostly frustrated that I lost it more than anything else. But so my plates aren't registered, so I can't register for parking. So I'm gonna park off campus. They said maybe, because I was like, am I just gonna have to get tickets every day? He said maybe we can they can give me a 2-week pass, but that parking office has a crazy lines the last couple days because today's your last day to register. So I don't even want to deal with it. So my plan is to go to a little coffee shop, buy a coffee, and then walk to school. And I was thinking about this. So for parking, they charge $100. So for me to go 3 times a week for the rest of the semester, for I think it's 15 weeks, it's $100. So I could do the math because I could spend $2 a day on coffee, which is $6, and 6 times 15. I don't know what that actually equals. $90 with tax. Maybe it won't be cheaper because I think it's $211. So maybe it'd be almost the same exact amount. So for the convenience, it's probably better to pay the $100, I guess, because I won't have to trek through rain and snow. Although it'd be less than 15 weeks at this point, so maybe it will be cheaper. So I might be parking off campus my first semester while I try to figure out this annoying I lost my title thing. It's ridiculous. I wish there was an easier and better solution. Department of Motor Vehicles. This is Ohio, but it's just not designed to be user friendly. And I guess I should have lost my stupid title. But so you may remember that my friends gave me these little baby dolls so that on my way to school, I know in my way home, I'm not alone. They're always with me. So they are aware, but Robin has been hanging out in my office or on my desk, studying. Sometimes she jumps in my gym bag, she wants to go to the gym with me. Brandy and Dory, though, they have stuck by my side in the car. Right now, they're eating some snacks just like I do while I drive. So that's the update on my friends, if anyone was wondering. So something I have not had to deal with in a while is my anxiety, social anxiety, because most of the stuff I do these days, with work, it's all things I know and people I know and places I know, and so I'm pretty comfortable. Whereas the school thing, it's all new stuff, and so I'm just re-aware of how much anxiety I actually have, where to park or walking into a building. So I've been sitting in my car for 5 minutes just procrastinating because I feel anxiety of walking into a coffee shop for the first time. I mean, it's that kind of just all the newness. I feel anxiety every time. It doesn't stop me, but I'm definitely aware of its presence. So, yuck. I wish I was just all I don't know, healthy, confident all the time. But the reality is I'm not. I'm human and I get anxiety. So I'm just getting out of class, and I'm walking to my car. I probably look like a weirdo talking to my phone. There's a billion students trying to get out of here. It's chaos. So let's hope that my car is still there. I hope so. So I just got out of my towards class, and I have lots to say, but I'll say it later so I don't look like a strange, weird person talking to my phone as I walk. My way home from class. Got a couple things to discuss about class today. first, I'd like to just say that the paradigm behind torts, like, it doesn't allow for the goodness and humanity where we could just, like, be accountable and work things out and come to agreements on our own. I mean, maybe it's like if you've tried that and it doesn't work, then you go to civil law. And so I keep just telling myself, like, I'm just learning it for when, like, nothing else actually would work. But I feel like it creates this paradigm that, like, it's necessary and that's the norm. Like, the only way people will choose to be accountable and make things right when they do wrong is if they're sued civilly. And so it's like, I get, like, actual, like, I feel actual angst when I sit and listen to some of, like, the professor who I like a lot. Like, I think he's actually a remarkable teacher. Of all the classes, I comprehend torts the best, and it's because of all the tools the teacher provides. So, like, hands off to his teaching ability, and he's teaching it. Like, he knows it, he's done it, he's teaching the field. I just philosophically disagree kind of with the field, in a sense. I don't think that people need to sue each other for millions of dollars. I think that if I make a mistake, I hope that the person that I have wronged will give me the opportunity to make it right directly with them, whatever that looks like, without suing me for some shitload of money that I don't actually even have in the first place. Second, today, like, I was like actually anxious, like, where I, like, almost, like, abruptly, like, spoke, and there's this balance between knowing when to, like, stand up and say things, and then also it's not my class, it's not my space, and my point wasn't actually in line with the topic. So, teachers talking about I don't know, battery or assault, I think. So the idea behind assault is that the person that does the, like, threatening-ish behavior actually has the ability to cause harm. So I go visit someone in jail. If they're behind the bars, they can't actually, like, punch me. Whereas if we meet in a room without the bars, and they could. If they say I'm going to punch you, and they have that ability to. So that's the idea. That's the logic behind it. That's fine. No concerns about that. For an example, he tells us about visiting someone, like, he represented a person or a state or family or insurance company or whatever, where a life had been lost to murder. And so he goes and visits the person that committed the murder. And so he's so fucking objectifying about the person that committed the murder. Like, he just painted this dramatic picture that, like, him going and talking to this guy in this room, like, he's putting his own life at risk. And this guy, because he's a murderer, not a human being that committed a murder under who knows what circumstances and why. And then he didn't even get to the end. Like, more than likely, jack shit happened to him, and he was a really nice fucking guy who probably made a bad choice at some point in his life, which any of us can do. Any of us can be in circumstances in our lives where we will contemplate killing somebody. Hopefully we don't do it. That's a pretty big deal to not do it, but it is not beyond our human scope to commit murder. It's not okay. I agree with that. But we should not be labeled by the worst thing we do. That man probably, I sat across the table in rooms with people who've done very violent crimes more than once in my life, and at no point did I feel unsafe. And at the same time, it is not okay to do violence to people. And the victims of those violence, like, live with lifetime of trauma that is impacting them and their families, and that can't go unsaid or unacknowledged. And they need spaces to heal and be empowered in one way or another from whatever ugly violence happened to them. But simultaneously, the person that did the violence humans overall are not black and white. It's not just good and bad. There are, I think it's like 3%, maybe 5% of the population that actually has like a psychotic disorder, or I can't think of the term right now, but where they're actually a danger to the society. That means that 95% of people are not. And so when we, all of us, do wrong, I sure as hell hope that we as a society stop objectifying, criminalizing, and incarcerating our community, and instead find ways to create opportunities for healing and growth in situations and circumstances where they won't be likely or have a need to do wrong. So I debate, like, should I call the teacher and be like, what's the point? I don't know. Because, I mean, the problem with him doing this is he's talking to, there's only like 5 of us in the class or something, but a room full of potential lawyers, and he's socializing, he's furthering the socialization of objectification of humans that do wrong. And more than likely, these classmates are going to be working with those people. They don't need to be afraid of them. Not that it's not important to be safe. Like, there's just a balance. So, that's my rant. So we today are picking up, my mom gets vegetables every Wednesday at the hospital because she's part of a CSA. So David and I just picked up the vegetables, and whoa, he's flipping the camera up. This boy is out of control. Stop flipping the camera off.
Stop putting the camera off.
I'm not, I'm putting it on myself. But he's such a gentleman. He's holding the vegetables. He said he didn't want to, but I know he did. Hello everyone. I have 2 great stories. My son is so funny. I love him. So the first one is when he mows, I pay him $15. So he mowed this weekend, and he's like, I want my money. And I'm like, I'm not going to pay you. He said, what are you, Trump? And I'm like, no, I'll pay you whenever, later, when I have money. I don't have any money, I'm not going to pay you. He's like, yeah, you're like Trump. You let the Mexicans do all the work, then you don't pay them. He's so precious. My sweet little Mexican. I'll pay him. Second funny one. He's holding this salsa, and it spills out like on his chest area. And I said, oh, your nipple is leaking salsa. And he goes, that's how you know I'm a real Mexican, Mom. He's got all the jokes today. Oh, I can keep him. He's keeping a little cutie funny jokester.